The source of the river is where the water from the river comes from.
Tributaries are small rivers that flow into big rivers. They can come from different sources.
A confluence is where tributaries meet to form a big river.
The floodplain of a river is the land around the river that will be flooded if the river bursts its banks.
Mouth of a river is where the water goes into a larger body of water, like a sea or an ocean.
A river with a steep gradient flows faster and creates rapids.
A waterfall is water falling down from a height or a steep slope to make a cascade of water.
A gorge is a narrow valley with a stream running through it between hills or mountains.
A meander is the winding course of the river. It is the river's natural bends.
Oxbow Lake is where a curve in the river breaks off from the rest of the river to form a curved lake.
The delta of a river is where it splits up into lots of smaller rivers. These small rivers go into sea or an ocean.
There are 4 types of transportation in rivers. Traction is where larger rocks are rolled along the bed of the river. Solution is where small particles are dissolved in the water.
Suspension is where small sand and silt-sized particles are carried within the water. Siltation is where the smaller rocks move along the riverbed in a leapfrog motion. Levees are embankments that are built on the banks of the river to try to prevent them from flooding. They can be made of rocks and other impermeable materials.
They're a really fast-flowing part of the river with high turbulence. Erosion is when natural forces wear the land away. There are 4 primary types of erosion in rivers. Abrasion is when rocks that are carried along in the river wear away rocks on the banks of the river.
Hydraulic action is when the force of the water in the river wears away the banks. Solution is when small particles are dissolved in the river. Attrition is where rocks that are carried along in the river smash into each other and break up into small pieces.